The palaces, the crowns, the cameras. You think you've seen it all. But you haven't. Because behind the dazzling smile of Princess Leonor of Spain lies a life more luxurious, more controlled, and more mysterious than most could ever imagine. And it isn't just about jewels and titles. It's about the weight of a throne, the pressure of destiny, and the glittering world she walks through every single day. Her name is Leonor de Borbón y Ortiz. Born on the 31st of October, 2005. To the world, she is the eldest daughter of King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia of Spain. But to her country, she is the future queen. The first queen regnant of Spain in centuries. That fact alone elevates her story beyond ordinary royalty. Because her life is not just her own, it is Spain's. And yet, within this role, Leonor has been allowed privileges, comforts, and luxuries that only a handful of people on this earth can truly comprehend. So what does her daily life look like? Let's step inside her world. Imagine waking up in the grand palace of Zarzuela. Morning light floods through vast windows. The silence is broken only by the sound of distant guards switching shifts. Leonor's day begins with private tutors, a carefully designed breakfast menu, and the calm discipline of a young woman being groomed to rule. Everything from her diet to her schedule is shaped around balance, strength, and control. But the story doesn't stop at routines. Because Leonor's life is not just disciplined, it is luxurious. Her education, for instance, is not ordinary. She attended the prestigious UWC Atlantic College in Wales, dubbed Hippie Hogwarts by the press. The fees, over €76,000 for 2 years. There, she studied alongside children of billionaires, tech moguls, and aristocrats. Yet she stood apart, not as a wealthy heiress, but as a future monarch. Every textbook, every subject, every lesson was another brick in the wall of her destiny. But let's pull the curtain further. Leonor's wardrobe alone tells its own story. Every outfit she wears becomes headline news. She balances Spanish designers with international luxury labels. Zara for accessibility, Carolina Herrera for elegance, Balmain for power. Each carefully chosen piece reminds her people, she is one of them, yet far above. Even her jewelry is symbolic. Discreet, elegant, but priceless. A pair of pearl earrings, once belonging to Queen Sofia, can carry more weight than a diamond tiara, because they tie her to Spain's legacy. Still, material luxury is just the surface. Leonor's true opulence lies in access. The ability to meet world leaders before she is even 20. The luxury of traveling in royal jets, guarded convoys, and staying in palaces most of us only see in fairy tales. In Denmark, she is received with open arms by Queen Margrethe's family. In the UK, she is treated as an equal among Windsors. In Spain, her presence alone can silence a room and ignite 1,000 flashes of cameras. But wait, if her life is so perfect, where is the tension? Where is the drama? Because luxury often hides the shadows. For Leonor, the shadows come from her bloodline. Spain's monarchy has been tested. King Juan Carlos, her grandfather, left the throne under scandal. Her mother, Letizia, is admired by many but criticized by royal traditionalists. And Leonor herself carries the burden of proving that her reign will restore faith in the crown. The greater her luxury, the greater the expectations. That's why every public appearance of Leonor is carefully choreographed. Whether she is giving her first speech at age 13, receiving military training at Zaragoza, or representing Spain abroad, every word she utters, every smile she offers, is weighed and analyzed. Unlike celebrities who can retreat into privacy, Leonor's luxury is double-edged. She enjoys comfort, but never anonymity. Now, let's open another curiosity loop. What about her private passions? What does Leonor enjoy when she is not the crown princess? Sources close to the royal household whisper of her love for literature, music, and sports. She fences. She sails. She reads voraciously. Her friends describe her as intelligent, funny, and surprisingly down-to-earth. But even in those simple hobbies, her world is shielded. Because her companions are carefully selected, her movements guarded, her privacy sealed. Luxury, in her case, is freedom from ordinary worries, yet also the lack of freedom to simply disappear into a crowd. Still, her greatest transformation is happening right now. At 19, Leonor has begun military training. Not just a photo opportunity. Real, demanding, rigorous training. While most teenagers are at university parties, Leonor wears fatigues, carries weapons, learns strategy. Because a queen in Spain is also the captain general of the armed forces. Her luxury, therefore, includes not only diamonds and palaces, but the respect and command of an entire military. Few women in history have held such dual power. And what about the future? Here lies the deepest fascination. Who will Princess Leonor marry? What alliances will her marriage create? In a world where every royal marriage sparks speculation, Leonor's choice will carry immense weight. Will she marry within European nobility, strengthening ties with another monarchy? Or will she choose outside tradition, echoing her mother's groundbreaking path? The luxury of choice exists, but the burden of history hovers above her. Her lifestyle stretches across continents. From private summers in Majorca, where the royal yacht cuts across turquoise waters, to winter galas in Madrid, where chandeliers drip with history and power. Each season brings new ceremonies, new gowns, new jewels. Yet behind it all, Leonor is preparing not just for appearances but for rule. Her tutors, advisors, and family ensure that every conversation, every diplomatic event, is training for the throne. Pause for a moment. Think of this, Leonor has never known ordinary life. While other teenagers worried about exams or social media likes, Leonor's concern was the unity of her kingdom, the stability of Spain's democracy, the role she would one day inherit. That, in itself, is the most extraordinary luxury. To live without the ordinary, to be born into destiny itself. And yet, the story circles back to humanity. For despite the tiaras, the jets, the palaces, Leonor remains, at her core, a young woman. One who has learned discipline, carried burdens, and grown under scrutiny. Her luxurious lifestyle is real, undeniable, and breathtaking. But it is also the price she pays for a crown she did not choose but must carry. The ultra-luxurious life of Princess Leonor of Spain is not just about wealth. It is about power. It is about responsibility. It is about the unique blending of privilege and sacrifice. A story where comfort meets destiny, and where a teenage girl becomes the hope of a nation. And so, as the cameras flash, as the palaces gleam, as the world watches, Leonor of Spain walks her path. A life of extraordinary luxury, yes. But above all, a life that belongs to history.